So, I know research and research over the years got us to the conclusion of what we see now, of what we practice now. So, with the way things keeps on evolving and happening, and people keep changing environments and everything, the way we think, the way we see things keep changing. That is the same way that misconceptions should also be changed. What was acceptable back then is no longer acceptable now. I am seriously tired of hearing men are built this way, women are built this way. I just read a very long tweet of a guy who is supposed to be talking about relationships or saying a whole lot about men and women. What he wrote was entirely a relationship you're going to see between a father and a daughter, a king and a servant, a master and his servant, slavery. Like, it was a whole tweet of all these things I just mentioned, but he was directing these tweets at women, at ladies. He was telling ladies, this is the way you're supposed to treat your man. I mean, everything he wrote it down, I was like, how is this guy writing all these things and it's okay for him? I'm tired of hearing this is the way men are wired. I'm tired of hearing that. I'm tired of hearing this is the way women are wired. It's okay. You people should stop it. A lot of misconceptions are flying around, and the younger generations and even people who do not have strong enough belief and who are not fully self-aware are beginning to fall for such tricks, that they do not know what works for them, that they do not know that they're supposed to study themselves as humans first. You need to study yourself before you be able to say, okay, this is what I am going to be doing, this is what I'm capable of doing, this is what it is. So we just go brawling and just saying all sort of things, what we expect, what we are wired to do, what we are this, what we are that. Please, well, I'm here to say this. In a relationship, that is why I'm always for self-awareness. Because if you don't know yourself, you going into a relationship, you're just going there like a child. You're going there to grow and learn, and you know that growing and learning never stops. Learning never stops. So the things you know when you were 20 is going to be different from the things you're going to know when you're 30. So when you go into relationship at 20, you see that some of the things you tolerated when you were 20, when it gets to 30, you don't tolerate them, and you start hearing your partner say something like, oh, she has changed over the years, and you start hearing all those type of stuff. So I am really, really concerned about the misconceptions that are flying around. Men are wired this way. The whole thread was just like, God, how I wish I can just read everything, but it's just too much. Like, as I was reading, I just got pissed off at one point. Like, he will mention something that is supposed to be that, okay, he said, don't shut your man up in public or correct him in public. Of course, you're not supposed to correct. Even your wife said, you can't correct your wife in public. You can't correct your husband in public. Like, you have to stand by your partner after the whole brouhaha. Then you people can go back and say, boy, he now said, oh, don't correct you. And he did it. The next thing he said, that your husband, that men are logical thinkers, hence they are slow responses to things. Men don't like expressing themselves. Men don't like expressing their feelings. In fact, men actually tell you how they feel small. When they tell you how they feel small, then they will now look at how you handle it, and that is why men are now quiet. They don't share their feelings. They don't this. Bro, what are you saying like this? A self-aware man, a self-aware woman. In fact, let me leave women because I am a woman. So anything I say, I'm not even going to support me. A self-aware person. If you have a relationship with someone who is fully self-aware, you will see that all these things that people keep saying that happens in relationship, it will barely happen. And before it happens, seriously, we're supposed to be having issues in relationship based on value, standard, religious beliefs, and what else? That's it. And choices. Value, standard, religious beliefs, and choices. Those are the places that if you want to have issue in a relationship, it's going to come from those angles. Not unnecessary things that as a human being, you know that this is the way it's supposed to be. Yay!